and welcome to episode 10 of the What's the Story Hash Brown Glory podcast with your host, Lee and Tom!
We made it to double figures.
We're here,
finally.
We are 10. We are 10.
The long marathon of podcasting continues.
You know a marathon's 23 point something miles, don't you?
Yeah, it feels like a marathon.
10's
feels like
not even a half marathon. We're barely even good. I mean, we are good, but we're barely good. Barely good. Today, on the podcast, we have one of our supplier friends, Laura from Caked.
Yeah.
She's a lovely lady.
Oh, she's cracking.
Yeah.
Right laugh.
Good laugh.
It's a right laugh.
She's a right laugh. She likes to make cocks into the shapes of phalluses. Cakes into the shapes of phalluses.
I thought you weren't going to mention
I wasn't going to, but I just can't help myself.
Obsessed.
Cock.
Well,
You're essentially cocks in the shape of
right.
cocks.
Cock built in
Honestly,
cocks. It's cock cake.
right, don't mention it.
Okay, I won't mention it to her.
Don't mention it
Okay, I
during
won't
the
mention
podcast.
it
It
to
might
her.
embarrass her. Okay.
Okay, I won't
Right
say-
then.
I won't say a word.
Should we carry on with this story?
Oh, yeah. Right. So we got to the end of 2022. 22. Rustic Kitchen opened. Danny came in, bought nothing left. Thanks, Dan.
Yeah.
And
Supported us from the get-go, didn't
With zero money down.
he? No, didn't buy anything.
Kind of like
for
a astute businessman buying another business. No money down.
I think I was expecting something free, but no one gets anything free.
No, for free. That includes you, Mum. And so we'd opened. It was great. We then had a week off, and we got back in the new year.
Yeah, open for 2 weeks, had a week
Open
off.
for 2 weeks, had a week off. It's hard
Lazy
graft.
bastards.
It's hard graft. And then we set grounds and Pete to more work, didn't we?
Oh, that should have been done in a week. Bless him.
I should have been done in a week. It took 2 weeks to sort the couples.
It recobbled the whole of basically the ground floor of the garden.
Yeah, so when we were doing the renovations for the garden, we found a lot of cobbles, unearthed it, and found granite cobbles left from yesteryear.
Red
And
hundreds.
we thought it'd be a good idea, and it was, because people now enjoy it, the patio area and the terrace that we have outside.
Yeah.
And Grounds and Pete was on his knees for 3 months,
Was he?
knocking the old things
Complaining.
down. Still not flat. Still floods.
Still a bit wobbly.
Still a bit flat.
But to be fair, it's flatter than his gardens.
His garden, is it? Oh,
Yeah, it's
Pete,
wobbly.
you need to sort that out. Jane,
It's wobbly.
give him a kick. And what a great thing in the end, though. Thanks, Pete. We're forever grateful. He only did it for cheese toast and cappuccinos. Lardy-da.
La-di-da.
You won't catch Pete in a canapé.
Prawn sandwich as well.
Yeah, and he did a great job, actually, all said and done. And then we got...
That outdoor space as well is crucial for us.
I knew you were going to say crucial.
Crucial.
I knew you were going to say the word crucial, but you're absolutely
It is
right. It is
crucial,
crucial.
that's why.
It is.
Throughout the summer, it's
The
brilliant.
numbers wouldn't work, ultimately. Rustic Kitchen wouldn't work if we didn't have a garden. I don't think we could have as many staff and employ as many people and have as much sort of output if we didn't have that space. It's absolutely imperative that we have it.
It's brilliant for us, and it's such a nice atmosphere out there when the garden's full, the
When it's
sun's
in bloom.
beaming. Oh,
It's like a Greek taverna out there.
Is
If you've not
it?
been, 89-91 Loughborough Road, Mount Sorrel. Why haven't you been here? Why are you watching this then?
Yeah. How come you're watching this? I've never been. Ash Brown here.
Don't love breaking the fourth wall. Adam's like, I've got to edit all
Do you not
this.
break any walls, please?
Shall we get Laura on?
Yes.
Here she goes. Let's go upstairs. Today's guest is a phenomenon within the baking industry. Not only does she make delicious creative cakes and bakes for us here at RKD and other outlets inside Leicestershire, they all happen to be gluten-free to boot. She's gone from making a batch of 2 here or there to being a full-time baker of delicious gluten-free goods, from cute cupcakes with Easter bunnies on to cock-shaped cakes that I've got to tell you could have been modelled on oneself. We share a name, so that's got to be something too cool, right? She's a gluten-free goddess. Please welcome to What's the Story Hash Brown Glory, Laura Thomas of Caked.
Hello.
Morning.
There you go.
Hello.
You right?
And
Yeah,
now you
good,
know
are
what
you?
mine looks like, because it looks like the one that's on your gram.
It's not just cocks.
Is it
Vaginas
like a mini
too.
one? Is it a mini one? Like a little
No.
kind of
Micro
individual.
penis. Well, it still made 4 beautiful children. You have to have a look now. Have a look.
I will.
Well, there's mini ones and then there's like big ones like that as well. And there's vaginas with babies coming out.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
gross. Creatively
straight in the
crafted.
gutter straight away.
Juicer Adam's already cringing.
Sorry.
Be prepared, folks. It's only going to go one way from here.
And that's down.
Welcome along, Laura. Do you want to tell everyone, very quickly what it is, who you are and where you're from? Who are you
Who
and
am
where
I?
are you from?
I think you've just done that.
Well, you
So, yeah, I'm Laura
talk
Thomas.
about cock.
Straight in there. So Laura Thomas and I own a cake company. So yeah, everything I make is gluten free, but we do some dairy free and vegan things as well.
We sell them and our customers love them.
They do. They
you.
do.
People actually demand to see things in the shop from us as well. Like
That's nice
the
to
bags
know.
of like the coconut cranberry bars and stuff
Yeah.
like that. People actually send them to London.
Yes, I've
so
had
it's
somebody actually that bought them from here, moved to Wales, and I have to post them to her.
Oh, really?
Really?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Great. That's what we want to hear.
Yeah.
So you've listened to the podcast, so you'll know that we always start with, where does it all start and how did it all begin for you? And you can choose where you want to begin.
Okay. Well, I've always liked baking. So I used to bake with family at home, with my mum mainly, and then my grandparents. But that was more like Indian food because my granddad was born in Calcutta.
Oh, right.
So I used to make like chapatis and curries with him, and then like jam tarts and cakes with my mum. And then when I was 19, I was diagnosed with celiac. So I was like, oh God, go from eating everything.
Yeah.
So then going
All the
into
chapatis.
Yeah.
No chapatis.
And then you go to the supermarket when I was 19, which was years ago. And there was like one loaf of bread and one packet of crackers on the shelf.
And they was really poor.
It would have been tastier to eat the rug on the floor.
Snap.
But
So how did you go into getting diagnosed? What was happening to you? Well, what was the kind of how did you know
Symptoms,
that you
what
were?
were
Because
symptoms?
this is a while ago,
yeah,
a few years
so-
ago now. So not many people. A lot of people more now are gluten free and.
Yeah. So I'd just get so bloated after eating, and then I'd end up with mouthfuls of ulcers. Like I remember, like
really?
at once I counted 30 ulcers in my own mouth. Attractive.
And sorry, not to get all Dr. Tom and Lee on
Yeah.
you, but did it just happen like that? Was it like, what the hell's going on
Yeah,
here?
and
No,
then
no,
when you
so-
stop eating gluten, it kind of just goes and
Yeah.
yeah.
But no, I remember as a child, like my parents took me to what's it called? Homeopathic doctor who thought I was intolerant to milk. But then, so I'd remember kind of like eating pasta and thinking, oh God, I need to undo my genes. I feel really bloated, or I'd get these mouth ulcers. But nobody knew really about celiac disease then. So
I kind of get it now when like if you eat Hovis or
Yeah.
like supermarket bread, I feel like really stuffed and bloated.
Here comes the lawsuit.
and other bad bread out there as well. But it's actually all the chemicals, because bread really should go off within a day, like good bread.
yeah.
But that stays fresh for 2 weeks. So it's all the kind of chemicals you have in the bread
Yeah.
that I don't sit well with me. I always feel bloated after eating bread like that. And we felt a big difference. We went on a kind of a little diet 8-week project with our friend JW Fitness, his gym, where we didn't eat carbs for 2 weeks, and I felt way like loads better, kind of.
I felt weightless. First time in my life.
But it's just interesting that like that can kind of do that to
Yeah.
them. But
Yeah.
obviously ours goes away, but obviously yours
Yeah, it just
was
carries on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So doctor diagnosed me with it after an endoscopy. That was pleasant.
Deep joy.
And then that was that. Yeah. Yeah.
So that was your limelight or your eureka moment to sort of squeeze into
Well, at that
You've always
point, I
been
was
a baker,
19.
right?
I was no. So I was
professional.
19, and I was working at the Crown Prosecution Service.
Were you?
I was in
Doing
Crown
what
Court. I was a caseworker in Crown Court.
Beauty.
So I used to go to Leicester Crown Court every day. Yeah, it was
I've been there.
interesting. What
I ain't
did you
surprised.
do?
I ain't surprised.
There's not a day go by so that I don't regret what I did.
Were you flashing again?
Well, was not.
Oh, dear.
I was
Is this where we bring
nicking
Jimmy
donuts.
Savile in?
I don't know. And so you're getting poorly. Keep going.
Yeah, so I worked at the Crown Prosecution Service.
Forget our jokes.
Decided I didn't want to work there for the rest of my life.
I would live in jail.
Felt like I lived
I
there.
would live in the court.
So then I qualified as a dance teacher,
Okay.
and I taught ballroom, Latin, rock and roll, and street dance.
I didn't
And
know that.
and I had a dance school for a few years,
All right.
and then I stopped doing that when
And
I
just
had
to be
my
clear,
daughter.
yeah, you were a celiac all the way through this as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Just getting the timeline straight. for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
listeners.
So 19, working at the CPS. 9 years later, left. And during the time at the CPS, I qualified as a dance teacher. And then when I had Amelie, I stopped working. Decided I didn't want to go back to teaching dancing because a lot of it was at night. And then I was in Bowden Stores one day with Amelie, my daughter, and she's gluten-free as well. And I was chatting to Dom about what gluten-free options they had, and she was like, God, it's just a nightmare trying to find anything decent that's gluten-free. And, I agreed and then offered that, well, I could make you some gluten-free stuff because I've been doing it for years. So she was like, all right, you're on. Make me 3 things, bring them in, which I did. And she was like, yeah. And that's where cake started.
That's fantastic.
I didn't
That's-
even
that's
plan
great.
to set up a cake company.
But
was
like
just that
throughout them
conversation.
years of being a dance, you were baking in
Yeah,
the background, kind of making a few
making
cakes here and
birthday
there.
cakes and
Oh, cool.
for family and stuff. So yeah.
Nice.
So when did the cocks come into it? No, obsessed. No, but that's just going back to Dom because we based this place on Bowden Stores loosely to begin with. Anyway, we
Yeah.
were like, well, what Domini's got going on here is
wanted
exactly
the
what
same
we
vibe,
want.
didn't we?
Yeah,
We
such a
want the
great
vibe,
place.
great
Yeah.
coffee place, decent brunch.
Yeah.
All that sort of things,
Now
and
they
that's
have
fantastic. She
excellent
gave you that
gluten-free
opportunity, as she gave us fantastic opportunities as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
thanks, Dom.
Yeah.
It's a good story. I didn't know that was part of it. I didn't realize
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
where you first got your products in.
Yeah. So I just used to deliver there once a week, and then it became twice a week for a while. And then where was next? I think it was Farndon Fields, the farm shop, which I'm still baking for. It kind of grew from there. So it's gone from like baking one day a week to now taking over my entire life.
I think that's great.
So,
Yeah,
As long
definitely.
as you can manage it, it is great.
yeah. It's tricky.
What, just balancing life and doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Although it's better now because I was working from home to start with.
Yeah.
So it was all just in the home kitchen. I mean, the dining table was like
Yeah.
sky high with cakes and
I've never liked
yeah.
bake,
But I did
cooking from home because packing everything up as well. Like you get everything baked and stuff,
Yeah.
but then you have to pack it all up.
Yeah.
And it's like you say, it takes over the whole kitchen.
I
yeah.
did one wedding out of my house with Thomas Cage in the early days, and it was hell. I remember thinking, I'm never doing this again. But true businessman, I did sales before operations. So I made sales. I got like 5 weddings in the bag and
Yeah.
had no kitchen or unit or anything. But like, this is what I want to do. I was like, I got to
Yeah.
make the sales to do the thing.
Yeah.
So then the pressure was on to get a unit, which is the right way to sort of to motivate you to do things.
Yeah,
as well.
I
So
guess
I'll
that was
just carry on.
kind of the same way because I grew it completely from home in the kitchen at home. Then we've got like an integral garage.
Yeah.
So I kind of converted that with a professional oven in it. So I kind of work between the 2 rooms. Sometimes you're a bit like, oh God, I'm just at home all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I used to joke that my work colleagues were Phil and Holly
I'm
on the
watching
morning.
them.
And it all went wrong with Phil and we all got split up.
That's ridiculous.
I know. But then that coincided with me then moving out of my home kitchen into where I am now, which is in the centre of Market Harborough in a little unit.
Bit of a commute. It's nice. Commute's good as well,
Yeah, well, it's just
to
literally
engage
2
the brain.
minutes down the road. So,
But also,
Yeah.
it's just a nice, different environment as well.
yeah, it's so nice to go out to
Yeah.
work.
And then you can come home as well,
Yeah.
rather than just like,
Yeah.
I've been here all day.
Although
kind
there's
of.
always that dreaded knock on the door at about 3:30 where Amelie, my daughter, and her friends turn up. Well, what food have you got? What cakes have you got? What went wrong today?
What trimmings have you got?
Yeah.
There's always a box of trimmings somewhere around, isn't
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
Yeah. It's not real calories, is it? Not real calories. Just stupid.
Stuff, innit?
Yeah, so you supply to lots of different places in Leicestershire.
Yeah.
We just briefly talked off air, which I want to talk about actually, is that if you break the county border, you have to put a lot more due diligence and restrictions and, I don't know, red tape on your
Yeah, it's just all to
labelling.
do with trading standards. Your labelling has to be. I think you have to work out the nutritional value of what's in your product
Yeah.
and put that on the label.
How do they even do that? Do you just
basic-
send it off into a website and tell what ingredients it is and it spits
Yeah,
it
I
back
probably
out?
go on MyFitnessPal.
We've used that. It's really good.
Yeah, so I've done it before.
It's pretty much the same thing. It's like an app. It's you put it through a technical kind of spreadsheet and it'll spit out kind of
Yeah.
the nutritions at the end. That's all technical
Yeah.
people do in development is they have a good system. They put the recipe in and then they'll spit out the nutrition.
So they use an app for their job.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Everyone does most now.
Yeah, I had to work it out for a friend who did some ultra marathons and he wanted to take my superfood bars because he thought they'd pack well, but he needed to know the nutritional content. So I just went onto MyFitnessPal and put all the ingredients in, split it into 12 portions, and then he knew. He decided he needed a few more calories, so I had to whack a bit more coconut oil in. But yeah, he took them, packed them.
They would be good, to be fair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they really would, yeah.
Yeah.
I've had brownie halfway around a half marathon, our brownie, which is basically sugar.
Yeah.
And it definitely worked, except we
Yeah,
got to
yeah.
the end. I remember sharing
Maybe
it with
the
Ted.
boost.
Like, yeah, you have that. It's hard to swallow, to be fair, when you're running.
Oh, God, it made me sick.
I definitely see it with the kids when they have a brownie.
Oh, yeah.
Half hour later.
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah.
Yeah.
Wired.
But it's delicious, everyone, if you fancy buying it. Recipe hasn't changed in nearly 3 years. Delicious.
So kind of looking into inspiration and development of products, where do you look and where do you go to get inspiration for new products and new ideas and stuff like that?
It's why you have to cut it. It's going to take me a while to think about that. Yeah, Rustic kitchen. Oh my God, at home I've got like a big box full of like recipes I've like collected over the years.
Yeah.
So I like to kind of I got them all out the other day thinking, like sometimes you think, oh, I just need to make something new.
Yeah,
You
totally.
get to that point where you're like, I just feel like a bit like Groundhog Day. It's the same
yeah.
thing. So you need to change it up a bit. So I went through that and I don't know, I don't want to just copy a recipe. So I quite like to
Tweak
find
it.
a couple and, you guys will probably do the same and kind of
Yeah,
develop it
100%.
and make it your own. So it's like that cake on the table.
Yeah. What have we got here?
You'll have to edit that bit.
It's okay.
The big ring. So that's a butternut and orange cake.
Oh, very nice.
But yeah, that's a couple of different recipes that I kind of,
Yeah.
it took me a while to get it right.
I say you use
but-
a lot of vegetables in your cakes.
Yeah,
as well,
yeah.
don't you?
Yeah, so that's butternut,
Courgette,
loads of courgette,
squash,
beetroot.
Yeah, can't beat a root.
No.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the joke for the Aussies.
What else? I don't really do carrot cake. I mean, sometimes
Yes, I've
I
asked
do.
you for carrot cake
Sometimes
and you
I do
sneered at
call
me.
that like
We have had carrot cake, haven't we? Have we had carrot cake?
Yeah, well, you
yeah.
see, it says carrot, but actually it's butternut.
Oh, that's it. Striked off.
I think when I first created that, it was years ago.
Yeah.
And if I'd have said, "Oh, here's a butternut and orange cake," everyone would have gone, "Ugh." Like nobody really ate
It's that-
butternut.
it's that courgette cake as well,
It's a
which is-
savoury thing. It was like one of those
the
vegetables that
curve.
you don't have very often. But now butternut's in everything. So to say it's a butternut cake, I think is more acceptable now than it was in
Butternut bosh.
2018. So yeah. But no, so back then I'd call it
Trailblazer.
carrot, pumpkin, and orange.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
And actually, that was just a big lie.
I'm always.
Oh, we've got training standards to say about that.
I've said it before that I'm quite happy for you to like just send us stuff like we'd give you a list, but essentially like I'd like
Yeah.
something vegan this week, and it doesn't really matter, and go for it. Like,
Yeah.
Everything always
I
looks
try and
great.
do that with
Yeah.
everyone. Like Farndon Fields, they're great. Like they'll just say, give us 36 muffins this week, 3 Rocky Roads, and then I'll just kind of do whatever flavour I pick. for that week.
That's what we do. We go, we have muffins, can we have a tray
Yeah.
bake, can we have something else, and then whatever flavour comes, really.
Yeah,
We're happy with.
as long as it's not a cock.
Well, I mean,
Some
Valentine's
customers
Day.
might like
yes,
it.
yes, it can. No, it can't.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
For the lonely
exactly.
hearts. Oh, you haven't got any lovers. Here's a cock cake.
Hang on, sorry. What are you saying?
Amelie's at the side.
Huh?
Sneaky beetroot.
Sneaky beetroot cakes. Yes.
What's
Or
that?
sneaky beetroot brownies.
Yeah, beetroot brownies. Yeah, that's another. It's moist makers, isn't it? It's all about the moist making.
Yeah, they're nice.
Get it.
They're good.
Get it juicy. So tell us a bit more about the celebration cake side of everything as well. So, what are you doing there apart from cocks?
Obsessed.
It's massive and it's on Instagram. I'm going to find it and show you now. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, I'm getting like it's growing all the time. The celebration
Yeah.
cake side of it.
Birthdays and weddings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. My favourite to do are the numbers. You decorate them all
Okay.
like with flowers or whatever the person wants, really. But yeah, it's growing all the time. But I don't do rollout. That should be my strap line. I don't do rollout.
Just don't do
rollout.
Oh, it's
No,
really
just
far
buttercream.
down the gram now, isn't
Yeah.
it?
You found it.
No, it's miles away now.
Is it on there?
That was on there.
He's found it.
I just remember it. I didn't even do it in my research. Just remember it staring at me in the
The
face.
vagina might be there first. That was Amelie's doll. She was about 4 years old. She came into the kitchen with this doll.
Oh, yeah.
Going, where's the head, Mummy? Where's the head? Went into the fridge.
I know you didn't put the head out the.
There we
Yeah,
are.
I just pulled the head off the doll. Oh, that one. Yeah. Oh no.
It's
So I
even
have.
got.
Oh, there's
I've got-
another one.
It's even got a jacula coming off it.
It has got a jacket
Yeah, it
coming off it. That's why it
has,
looks
yeah,
like mine. Oh, yeah, here we go. Sorry. I'm steaming up. I'm getting embarrassed now.
See, I got confused. I didn't even realise I had that many cupcakes. No, I've got a big mould. It's this big. It's not big. It's huge. That's what I thought you meant. I didn't realise it was that one made out of icing.
Oh,
Yeah, no, the one, actually, it's really good. The one that is like this big.
Really good. It's got
On the
veins and
balls,
everything.
You could like dig some of the cake out and put something inside so when you cut it,
It's
creamy.
Creamy.
Bit of icing in there.
God. I'm too hot now. Oh, put the aircon back on.
Shower.
Going down a bit of a rabbit hole here, aren't we?
It's actually
Right
it's
in
like
the
wearing a hat,
gutter.
to be fair.
Right
wearing
in the
headphones.
gutter.
Yeah. Yeah, I did actually think. Oh, I don't know if I want to say it because someone might steal my idea.
Do it.
Do it. You can give them the cellophane. They've got to take it off. Go on.
Exclusive.
I might
Is this
have
an
actually-
exclusive?
Yeah, I might have actually bought the web name for it and have a company called.
Codcakes.com.
Get your cupcakes from me.
And call it Bad Taste Cakes. So, like, you know, like bad taste, like, but then obviously it wouldn't taste bad. But and
If
then
you
you
got
could
the,
just make.
I always
Cocks
reminds me
and
of Friends
vaginas.
when Joey when was it someone it was Rachel's kid's first birthday.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be a rabbit.
Yeah.
And Joey's like, but it looks so delicious. I'm so confused.
Oh dear. Yeah, we have had some funny times when I was baking at home. This was for the baby shower, and it was a vagina with the Amelie's doll's head coming out of it. And like my husband walked into the kitchen. I think he'd been shopping, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Just rolling out some vagina flaps."
He was like, all right, fair enough.
Oh yeah, just what I expected you to say.
Putting the eggs away.
That's not something I was expecting today. That bad taste cakes is a great idea, though.
Yeah,
Did you say you got the URL? You own that?
yeah, I think so.
Get your Instagram handle and away you go.
I know.
Not so much to set up a Shopify account. Write a blog. Gets
I
found
know
on the
where I
interweb.
know my first order will be.
It'll say you out.
for one.
Big one, please.
Cake for one.
If you want a little one, you'll model for it.
Can you make it chocolate?
Yeah, sure.
We still haven't got past cock, and I was asking about other stuff here. Emily's so embarrassed.
He's just shaking his head in the corner like, oh my God, the editing on this.
I've got my work cut out
Sitting
here.
right here, just like, mum.
Oh, she's seen all the cake.
I was 6 years old.
Yeah.
God.
To rip the head off my doll.
Childhood memories, eh?
I like sprinkles on them. It's like brown sprinkles.
Yeah, chocolate vermicelli is the pubes.
He's all ears though. He's embarrassed, but he's all ears as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
This is gold.
I know, I can't tell whether he's embarrassed or like shaking his head and like, oh my God, you're meant to be talking about cake and gluten-free.
This is cake.
I think we should talk about recipes now.
Okay.
So, obviously, you've got a base recipe and you've developed it over time. What are the switched ingredients? So, instead of flour, what are you using?
A gluten-free flour.
Gluten-free. Is it rice-based? Is there any other types? Give us a bit more detail on
Well,
that.
it's just Dove's Farm.
Dove's Farm.
Or
It's
the one at
best,
Asda.
best gluten-free flour, isn't it? Dove's Farm.
Yeah, but do you know the one at Asda is supplied by Dove's Farm?
What, the actual Asda brand?
Yeah.
How is it?
Yep. So
Asda are really great at
They're
a
brilliant.
massive thing now, aren't they? They've got
Yeah,
a massive
so
gluten-free section.
my dad is so good. He goes into like Asda literally every day to see how much flour they've got there, and he comes home with tons of it. And if you get it and it's still kind of 5 bags wrapped in the cellophane, it has a yellow label on, and it says supplied by Dove's Farm.
Ah,
It's the same flour.
yeah, well, it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
No.
It's often things that
Because,
in
I mean-
food manufacturers just different label.
Yeah.
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 Packaging,
And
what
it is a
costs.
fraction of the price of Dove's
Brand.
Farm, a brand. Especially if you buy it wholesale, it's ridiculously expensive. Like if you go to some of the wholesalers and say gluten-free flour, they'll charge you like $3.85 for a kilo.
Yeah, I've had it as well.
So yeah, stick to the high street shops to buy
Well, you
my.
just got to go straight to Dove's Farm and,
well, I
and get the
have.
big sacks.
Yeah, but you
silo.
know, but it's still more expensive.
Silo. Get a silo. Get a silo on the high street of
Yeah,
Market Harbour.
Although I have actually contacted them
Yeah.
about buying it directly from them in a bigger quantity, and it's still more expensive.
Really?
Yeah.
That's just the volumes, isn't it? It just
Yeah.
goes to show volumes that supermarkets get and how powerful they are because they do just buy volumes. I've often said it about, buying, well, we do digestives. We don't buy it from the wholesaler. We get it from the supermarket. Like,
Yeah.
just crush them down.
Yeah.
It's far cheaper.
Yeah.
Mental.
Yeah.
And you've talked about pastry with me in the past and how you miss a gluten-free pie. I haven't made
You
it.
still
Actually,
haven't
it was
made me
a deal. It was a
gluten-free
deal that I
pie.
was going to make you one. I
Yeah,
just
it was.
remembered that.
He had a wedding, and he was like, "There's some gluten-free people. Have you got a gluten-free pastry recipe that I can use for a pie?"
It worked as well.
And I was like, "Yep, but you can have it on one condition, that you make me a pie." This was about 9 months ago.
It was.
Still no pie.
Yeah, I will make you one. They're delicious. Things the fillings have got gluten in, so I'll have to make a special filling as well.
Yeah, that's not hard. It's so easy to adapt.
I know.
So why? Yeah, but so you could actually. I can tell you how you can improve your pie filling.
I'm an award-winning pie maker,
You might win more awards if you.
There is a class for free-from class.
Oh, there you go.
You should enter. Enter a gluten-free fruit pie or a dessert pie.
Maybe.
I say put yourself on the map. You're already on the map, but stamp yourself on it. Another arm.
So what do you put in your pie fillings then that's gluten?
Flour.
Well, why don't you just use corn flour?
Could do. It doesn't remelt though.
Okay.
It stays like a jelly once it's cold, corn flour, unless you agitate it, because in a pie you can't stir it, so it just kind of
That's
sticks
true.
like a block
Okay,
of
I'll let you off on that.
globule.
Yeah, but you could still just use Dove's Farm expensive flour.
Yeah. Oh, would that work?
Yeah.
There we go. Learning all the time, folks. Learning all the time.
Yeah. That's what you have to do when you make my pie.
Okay. Nah, just put flour in it. I would never do that. Not to you anyway.
Yeah, no, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not vegan. You can't. It's not a choice.
Can't eat that. I'm vegan.
Yeah.
Don't get us started on the bees, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Save the bees.
So what's next? What's going to happen for cakes? You just clearly that's news that we didn't know, that you've got a unit now.
Yeah,
and you've
yeah.
moved out
So
of
in
home.
the unit.
So you need more customers.
Well, not really at the minute. I'm literally
good.
like working 7 days a week at the minute.
How long have you been in there?
Be a year in October.
A year?
A year in October. Yeah.
You're kidding me?
No. No.
And you've just told us.
You don't need to know.
It makes no difference. You still get your cakes every week.
Just exciting news.
Yeah.
You think
Yeah,
about
that's October.
employing, have a team of people so you can kind of drift away, go on holiday, and kind of all the cakes.
Yeah, it'd be
get
nice
made
to.
as-
I did have a girl working for me, but she's gone off to university now, so I'm back on my own. Just have to like beg, steal, and borrow people to wash up for me. I've lost my thread now. What were we talking about?
He asked you if you wanted to get staff.
Yeah, that'd be nice. It'd be nice to. You know what it's like when you're self-employed. Like it's constant, isn't it? You never really. It's not like a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Where you leave at 5 o'clock and you stop thinking about it. It's constant. So yeah, it would be nice to get to a position where I could employ people.
The best thing
And
I did
delegate.
was employ people to do that repeatable tasks. So
Yeah.
washing up was the first thing I got. And for a while, the lady I employed was excellent.
Yeah.
It's soon changed, but I won't go into that story. But it was excellent. 'Cause suddenly I was like, well, I'm not spending Monday and Tuesday washing up now after a wedding. Like I'm
Yeah.
back. I'm growing the business again.
Yeah.
It's those repeatable tasks that if you can hand off, like weighing stuff out, for example, just that.
Yeah,
alone.
although that makes me nervous. What if they do it wrong?
Sack them.
What happens, like if they've
Just
got
tell them
Prosecco
until they do
or,
it right.
the
Teach.
scales are leaning on something.
Training.
I know.
You've got to let
I've
go
done
of
it
the
on my
vine.
own for so long. It's hard, isn't it? To
Oh,
like,
massively. It took
hand it over and let somebody
still
else
is
do
like
something.
for me,
Yeah.
but I'm gradually learning to kind of let go
Yeah.
and leave it to other people because they are
And trust
all
them.
capable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're all
That is
more
a
than
big part of
capable.
it.
And it's just trusting them. And I do trust them
Yeah.
because I wouldn't leave them if they weren't.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Tom said, it's like then you can go out and just say you get another big customer like Farndon Fields
Yeah.
and get 2 of them. That pays for their wages then.
Yeah,
and then like you can jump in and help them when you get the big rushes on, and then you're not in there 100% of the time.
Yeah.
The thing.
I don't know. Part of me thinks at the minute it'd be quite nice to have like a retail part of the business rather than all wholesale. Because I don't want to grow to the point with wholesale where you're shipping products out. Like you couldn't put that cake in a box and send it
Yeah.
with a courier or in the post.
Oh, you can't put it in the post now.
So, and
can
as soon
be.
as you do things like that,
I suppose that's the difficulty as well. You have to deliver everything as well.
yeah,
It's not
'Cause
necessarily
otherwise
just
you'll lose
make
the
the
quality
stuff.
of it. It's not going to look as nice.
People do ship them though, Have you seen the Brucey cake?
Yeah, yeah.
They do it really well.
But then the
They only sell,
packaging.
they don't ship a whole bruise.
It's
It's
a
a
big
slice.
slice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then
It's
it's
retired
also
anyway
the
now.
packaging and trusting the actual courier to get
Yeah.
it there, because how many times do the Bruce cakes arrive that are absolutely smashed up you don't hear about
No.
as well? It's I get that
Yeah.
because
Because you put stuff in the post, like, or even, in the back of a whatever DPD van or whoever, whichever courier you use. If it's a hot day, it'll melt.
yeah,
You have no control then over what your product will look like when it arrives with the customer.
yeah,
With cake. I mean, even brownie. I mean, no, so many people are doing brownie boxes. Like, I'm not going to go down that avenue.
It's a very saturated market.
Yeah, huge. Yeah. But yeah, I don't want to lose the quality of it.
yeah, definitely.
And you can only keep that quality, like how it looks, and so it's aesthetically pleasing if you hand deliver it. And obviously, I'm not going to be doing that all over the country.
Obviously, you want to deliver it in the best quality, so
Yeah.
it shows your
Yeah.
cake off to the best.
Yeah.
Because the person the other end as well will either not pay you if it's broken, or it shines a bad light on you as well.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's not very nicely decorated, even though it was before it went into the courier.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I completely get the
have seen
delivering
some-
difficulties.
Cakes that are like sprinkled with like the edible petals and stuff. But then to package it, they'll put grease proof and then cling film around. So then when they take it off, it's all just kind of stuck into it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just think, oh no, I'd rather it look pretty.
Yeah.
So yeah, my point is, I wouldn't want to grow the wholesale so big that I was shipping.
Yeah.
Then I just think you lose some of the quality on it.
What's the do you know what the percentages of people in the UK that have celiac disease?
No, but I know the world.
Okay, the world's good.
80 million,
80 million. How many people are there in the world?
8 billion. It's 1%.
There we go. That was easy maths.
There we go.
Well done, all.
I did that without using Alexa.
So 1% of the world has a thing. So 1% of everyone. So at the weekend, we had, was it 270 or 320 covers? So it's 3.2 people came in here at the weekend and had, on one day, sorry.
Yeah, one day I'm gonna say.
Yeah, one day, sorry.
Yeah.
And had celiacs. I mean, and obviously more people buy that. It's
Yeah.
interesting. So.
But you see,
I think a lot more people are not necessarily gluten free, but want to stay away from eating gluten as well now.
Yeah.
Like a massive
Oh, yeah.
proportion now than even
I
like
get so
5 years
many
ago.
people. Yeah, so many.
Yeah, but that's
I'd
just the
say
celiacs that have to, you know, obviously
Yeah, I'm saying-
gluten-free
Yeah.
or
but
gluten
like-
intolerant and, you know,
Yeah,
they
because
just don't want to
actually,
eat it.
celiac disease isn't an allergy or an intolerance; it's an autoimmune disease. Getting doctory.
Yeah, go ahead.
It is. It's an autoimmune disease.
So you can't process it, that's what you're saying.
So your body, when you consume gluten in your bowel, you have these little things called villi. They're like little fingers that stick up inside, and the gluten kills them. So you don't have any. And your villi helps your body to absorb calories, vitamins, minerals, everything your body needs.
So you become deficient in stuff as well.
Yeah. So when I had an endoscopy, when they thought I had it, she said that my bowel was like a cobbled street. She said I didn't have any.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no.
Bowels like a cobbled street.
Yeah.
What a statement.
I know.
Yeah, that did.
Yeah, so that's
Remember
why
it.
you can't go back to eating gluten. Because when you stop, all your villi grow back. You start absorbing calories. Well, I put weight on afterwards. Vitamins, minerals and everything. So then if you start eating gluten again, it'll just attack it and then they'll die. Again.
Poor villi.
Yeah.
Your villi.
I like that. I think that's interesting. I'm not sure that everyone knows that.
Yeah, an
so it's good to
autoimmune
talk about
disease. So yeah, you've got people with celiac, which is that, and then some people are gluten intolerant.
it. To go further, what does
I
that
don't
mean
really
then?
think people have an allergy to gluten because it's an autoimmune disease, and then you'd be intolerant. It's not like a peanut allergy where
You're
it's
instantly
not
like
anaphylactic.
kind of.
Is that the right word?
Yeah,
Anaphylactic.
lactic,
Yeah, like dairy is.
yeah.
Peanuts, other nuts. But yeah, you don't have that anaphylactic reaction when you consume
just
gluten because
bolted
it's
it
not
into
an
the-
allergy.
Yeah.
Big, what is it, the big 12, big 11? The allergies? I
Yeah.
remember there are loads. Ones that you've never heard of. Who knows what lupin is?
Yeah, lupin.
Lupin.
Doesn't
Yeah,
even
lupin.
sound like you should
Yeah.
be eating it, to be honest.
Sulfites.
Does it?
Sulfites.
Sulfites. Yeah.
It's just, I've never met anyone that's allergic to sulfites. Or lupin for that matter yet.
No, I haven't.
Got that far. But I'm sure there is. Otherwise, it wouldn't be
There
there.
on
will be.
somewhere.
There will be.
Yeah.
It just takes up space on the menu at the bottom. No, it's very small. And we never put it on the dishes because it's never in any of the food we make.
No. So do you find that you have a lot of people coming in asking for gluten-free or dairy-free?
Gluten free.
There are.
Yeah.
More gluten-free than dairy?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so we offer, there's dishes on the menu that are gluten free, and there's dishes that we can make. Could we sub out the bread for gluten free
Yeah.
bread, or
Take the sausage off. and put
sausage
extra
off because
bacon
our
on.
sausage have got Ruskin, so we have. No, we have gluten
Oh,
free
sorry.
sausages.
Yeah, put the
Oh,
sausage
okay.
on.
We have gluten free sausages, but our normal sausages have gluten in, so
Okay.
we have to sub them off.
I went to France on holiday once and the chalet host
French
had
is
to.
shit.
Hey?
French is shit.
Well, the chalet host had said, oh yeah, had said it's sausage and mash for dinner. I was like, oh, could you check if the sausages are gluten free? So she rang the butchers because you know what it's like there. You know, local butcher makes them, and she asked if they had any gluten in, and he was so offended that she suggested that there might be breadcrumbs in the meat in the sausage.
Disgusting.
Yeah, absolutely horrified that she'd made that suggestion. It's like, no, it's well, no, he didn't say no, it's meat, but you know,
my old chef, he was. We were talking about veganism. They just don't get veganism in France.
No.
I know, just didn't get it. And he was like, "What? No cheese?" I was like, "Yeah, no cheese. No egg? Yeah, no egg, mate. Or no milk? Yeah, no milk either. None of those things. None of
do you
those
eat?
things. What? You don't eat it? What?
It's not too bad abroad. It's better than it was now. Like back when I was 19, like, God, there was nothing. But they sell it all in the pharmacies. And you know what it's like abroad? There's pharmacies everywhere, isn't there, in France and Spain? Those green signs. I
crosses.
think whoever makes them must be one of the richest people in the world because they are everywhere.
signs?
Yeah, those green crosses that you have
the
abroad
tabac.
where there's a pharmacy. They're everywhere. You must be loaded.
The tabac man squirming, going, "No one buys me fags anymore. Can't make any more signs."
Yeah.
I love traveling Europe. I love that like the locality thing they've still got going on, like the
Yeah.
boucherie and the boulangerie, and even just like the general store is still just so old.
Yeah.
And it's
But
like
if you go
a
to
whole different
somewhere
world.
good to eat in France and like you have steak and chips, like there's not going to be any gluten in that.
Yeah.
Like a lot of their food is kind of, what's the word? It's not complicated, is it?
No,
It's pretty
that's
just
pure.
like stripped back.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
pure,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
steak, chips,
Yeah.
you know.
I like it. You go there and you go to that local
Yeah.
tavern. Well, not taverna, but what do they call it? I'm losing my French. That local restaurant.
Yeah.
You don't get a choice. It's
No, it's just plat du
16
jour.
euros. It's plat du jour, 16 euros, and
Yeah.
you get 5 courses, and they just
Yeah.
feed you fast. And you're like, wicked. What have we got now?
Yeah.
Oh, some
I had one of
ox
the-
tongue. Lovely.
Lovely.
You know,
Something
or
you'd
whatever.
never pick.
Yeah, you'd never
Bit of
ever have
horse.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got kale. Like, just kale. Yeah, it's just kale. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll eat it.
Yeah. We went to, again in France, a campsite, and there was like one restaurant on the campsite, and it was like plat du jour, and I was like, oh my God, there's going to be nothing to eat. What am I going to eat? Go in, and my friend who I was with spoke French and decided to describe me as mon ami spastique. Yeah, mon ami spastique. It was actually one of the best meals I've ever had. It was amazing.
You do that here.
Oh dear.
Mon
Yeah, that
ami
was good. Yeah, mon ami
spastique.
spastique. Yeah, it's great.
How
You've
on
got
earth did
friends
you
like
translate that from there?
that.
Bad
No,
bam,
well,
bad
then,
bam.
yeah, no,
Bad
no,
bam.
no. Just what do they say? Sans gluten.
Sans gluten, I
Sans
imagine,
gluten.
Sans,
Yeah,
sans
sans.
something.
Yeah, sin is Spanish, isn't it? Yeah, sans gluten. Yeah. Amelie's nodding. She
sans
does
pain.
French at school.
Sans pain.
Yeah.
Bad biscuit. Bad biscuit. That's me at the window.
Well, I think if I'd have sat there going, no, he'd have been like, yes, spastique.
No, that's not. We should stop.
Yeah, let's stop that bit now. Yeah. Yeah. So going back to cake, one thing that I do like.
Can I just go?
Oh, go on then.
Do they have, because I've been to France, and I certainly don't really look at the allergens thing. Do they have like allergen declarations on menus in France?
Oh, I don't know.
When was the last time you went?
Well, I went to Spain. I went to Ibiza in June. Yeah, a lot of the restaurants there. Yeah, next to the dish it'll like have GF or GFA. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's loads better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feel a lot safer eating abroad.
Yeah.
It's not quite as dangerous.
You just take it for granted. I take it for granted I can eat everything, and then when, because I never even think about that abroad.
Yeah. I tell you what,
Obviously,
the
I notice
worst
it
thing
here.
is airports.
The worst.
Airports and service stations.
Well,
Abroad.
is that because it's just full of takeaway places and
Yeah. Well, abroad and here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. 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 Terrible for gluten free.
Oh, because there's no offering.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the
Yeah, for
labelling, right?
food.
Because there's no offering.
Oh, no. I mean,
Yeah,
like
but
the
the
offering.
food in like service stations is terrible anyway.
Right,
It's a
so-
crap sandwich or a
Yeah. I mean,
like one of
sometimes if
Jamie
there's an
Oliver's-
M&S,
sorry,
it's
Jamie, but it's
alright.
one of Jamie Oliver's
McDonald's
fixtures.
or a Burger King or the
Yeah.
you go Subway, isn't it? One of them.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just don't want that as well. Like,
No.
There's a time and a place for that. And
Although I tell you where it's got Burger King in Ibiza. They actually do. They do a
4 in the
gluten-free
morning.
one. Oh my God. Yeah.
no bun. Or
No,
gluten-free
no, they
bun?
do a gluten-free bun.
right. I
Like, I mean, at McDonald's, I mean, not that I'm a... No, it wasn't. Yeah, she wasn't very well, but I think she's got a slight intolerance to MSG.
Oh,
Yeah, gives her a bad tummy. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. Because over here, like, you go to McDonald's or Burger King, not that I do very often, but there's never a bun. You just get like
patties.
the patty with the cheese. Like,
Do ya?
yeah.
They don't
What they give
offer
you?
it.
No,
Wow.
no. Abroad do. So Burger King in Ibiza airport. Shout
Wonder
out.
why that is. I
Yeah, no. They probably think it's too risky.
Yeah.
I don't know.
mean, it's just gluten floating around the place and
Oh,
crumbs.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there you go.
It's good. Maybe it's a good thing, but at the same time, it's downside for you guys. But
Yeah. Yeah, so airports are tricky.
so what do you do? Just have an apple.
Yeah.
But that's sometimes what you want, though. You want some of that fresh stuff at
Not in Ibiza airport.
not at the airport, at the service station. Like I'm always a bit sad when I'm like, oh, I don't want to eat a really rubbish ham sandwich,
Yeah.
but I'm starving.
Cost you a fortune as
Yeah.
well.
Meal deal, £6. £6. Support your local cafe. It costs a little bit more, but it's way better.
Yeah. No, it is. But yeah, things like that are tricky. Airports and
Pack up.
on an aeroplane.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you just have to take a packed lunch.
It's so rock and roll, isn't it?
On the way to Ibiza, you pack lunch, yeah.
Big fish, little fish, sandwich box.
Yeah.
Cafe Mambo. Cafe Mambo.
I actually did that this year when we went to Ibiza. I was like, right, we're flying from Stansted. I'm not paying stupid prices and it'll be crap. It's like processed rubbish. I'm not eating it. I'm doing a pack up. So we all had our own little sandwiches labelled with our names. But I had no labels to put on. So we could identify whose sandwiches were whose.
So you cling film.
Amelie's called
So I-
chocolate brownie.
No, it's better than that. Amelie had some like Premiership football cards. So I found...
Right, you're Harry Kane this time.
I was like, you're Harry Kane. You're whoever else. Yeah. So,
Ndidi.
yeah.
That's another footballer that came to my mind. Aren't you impressed? That's on Reddy's shirt. That's why. I don't like football.
So you just had to remember who your footballer was, and that's how we identify ourselves. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Absolutely. Just
Yeah.
codes for everything. Codes.
And it was fun.
You were going to talk about cake and I interrupted you. You can't remember now, can you?
Oh, I think I was going to say that. I mean, I don't know how often you've eaten my cakes,
Frequently.
but I'd really like to think that when people eat them, they don't go, oh, yeah, you can tell that's gluten-free.
Yeah.
I don't think you really can, although I'm probably not the best person
When was
to
the last time you had a normal cake?
20 years ago.
No, I don't think you can tell,
No.
really.
Yeah.
I think if you knew, you'd know. But I think just eating it,
think?
yeah. I don't think that, people blindly would go, oh, it's gluten-free,
No.
that one. For sure.
No, good. I do try to pride myself on that you wouldn't know. And I do get lots of people say, you'd never have known that was gluten-free
No.
or
Well,
dairy-free.
But I think, like you said before as well, that if people know it's gluten-free, they'll be like, oh, I'm not sure, and I don't really like gluten.
Yeah, they'll think
gluten-free
it's
stuff,
an
but
apology
not.
of a cake.
Yeah.
Well, the discovery for me for cakes was at Borden stores. We'll just go back to that story. And I was coming back from Market Harborough and I rang the office to see if anyone wanted coffees.
Yeah.
And it was just me and Hannah that drank coffee at the time. So I got Hannah and I got a bag of white chocolate and peanut butter.
Peanut butter blondies. Yeah.
And I remember getting them back and eating them and being like, holy crap, these are as addictive as crack cocaine or what I'd
That's what
expect.
my husband calls
Crack.
them, crack cake.
Yeah, they were really addictive. I was
Yeah.
like, holy shit. And I earmarked it at that point. I was like, these are great. And then obviously we're opening this place.
Yeah.
And I remember quite clearly having a conversation with you. I was parked in Loughborough at Sainsbury's. I'd just been shopping.
Yeah.
And we were talking about like when we're going to open and what we're going to do and how you were going to be involved in it. And being like, we've got to have those because they're just, I remember scoffing the whole bag.
Yeah.
Like,
Remember you telling me that?
it's not,
You ate the whole lot.
yeah, it's bad. It's bad brownie. bad boy.
Two
I'm a
burgers,
bad boy. Yeah, 2 burgers, Tommy. I'm up for that. I'm okay.
Sugar rush.
If I was gluten free, I'd just have 4.
What, 4 bags?
4 patties. Meat
Yeah, no
stack,
bun.
basically. Maybe a bit of lettuce between them to break it up.
Yeah. So hopefully people can't. But I think my customer base for like private orders, like birthday cakes and stuff, I'd say it's 50-50. It's not just people that
really?
need gluten free. People come to me just because they like the cake.
like cake,
Surprisingly. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
it is
Which
good.
is good. Yes, it's not just gluten free people or dairy free.
And in terms of business, where is that sort of in percentages for like your celebrations and your wholesale?
I don't know. I'm not very good at things like that.
Let's
Just make
let's
it.
have a day
I'll
organised.
just make it
shall we?
pretty. Yeah, I'll just make them.
You don't know.
No. It's terrible, isn't
That
it?
is terrible. You should have an inkling.
Well, wholesale's, yeah, no, wholesale is way more than,
Okay. 80-20.
yeah, probably. Yeah.
It's the rule. It's the
Yeah.
rule. You can't.
Which
avoid
one
it.
do you prefer? As in, do you prefer making a whole celebration cake and making it beautiful for someone's wedding, or do you prefer like knocking out a load of brownies and just getting like kind of
It's nice to do a bit of both, a balance of them.
Yeah.
Because if you're just doing wholesale all the time, it's pretty boring. You know, just trades, like a bit like Groundhog Day. Because like certain places kind of have the same order every week.
Right.
So then it becomes really repetitive. So if you do throw in the occasion cakes here and there.
Don't
big-
say it. We're not mentioning that word again.
Just makes it more interesting then.
Something nice to look at.
especially you got your mould as well to use.
Oh, it never gets old, does it? Sorry. Never gets old.
Dear. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's nice to do both.
Have you got any questions for us?
What, you mean your quiz?
Well, I'm just
I can
about
do
other
the quiz.
questions before we go to the quiz. No, you don't have to. Just go straight to the quiz.
Oh, have I not asked you enough questions?
No, just asking before we tie it up.
No, I don't think so.
Very good.
Have you got a question, Emily?
I was just going to say how.
Where's my hash brown?
I was promising that brownie.
Fire up.
I was going to tell you about, you know, when you were dropping the beetroot brownies off the stores.
Is this a good anecdote?
It might ruin her business.
I missed that. What was
Said
it?
it might ruin her business.
Just
No,
listen to
once a
repeat
batch
what
of
she said.
brownie were made that were sneaky beetroot brownies, but I hadn't put the beetroot in. So they were very sneaky beetroot brownies because they didn't have any in. But they were topped with, you know, like the beetroot powder, the purple powder that makes it
Yeah.
pretty. So, you know,
There's
like
an
a
element
beetroot
there.
brownie. It was so sneaky that it wasn't even in it.
Sno-
There's my business gone.
That's it. Ruined. Right, hit us up with this quiz then.
Okay. That's my questions.
Do we need some paper?
Maybe.
Where's your paper?
I don't know. I don't bring anything to these things.
How many is there? 5?
Should be 5. You got a pen,
I
Laura?
might need a pen.
Oh, yeah, here you
Because I'm
go.
writing with blood.
Or icing.
Might have to just cross-reference one of these questions because I can't read my own writing.
We're really good at this, by the way.
Right, this is the jingle because we've got time.
Pop quiz, everyone loves a pop quiz.
Crap, innit?
Did you do that?
Yeah, that's me. Do you want to hear it live?
Yeah.
Pop quiz, everyone loves a pop quiz.
Pop quiz, everyone loves a pop quiz.
The newer version's better. What do you know?
Let's stick
All
to
right,
talking
put the
about
barrier up.
cupcakes. Right, okay.
Question
Question
number
number
1.
one.
Question number 1.
Stop the Chris Moyle show.
I love that bit though. I love it when him and Comedy Dave's do it. Question number 1. Question number 1. Question number
I
1.
missed them. They were
I know,
really
they were good. And that's why I'm
did
recreating it
them on
here
the
so people
radio.
can listen. in.
When I worked at the CPS. So anyway, in a supermarket, where would you find Jaffa cakes? On the biscuit or the cake aisle? Oh, it's gone very quiet.
It's very competitive. I don't know
It's
who's
really,
winning.
it's really competitive, but we're both crap.
Number 2.
Question number 2.
The tallest cake ever made was displayed in Jakarta in Indonesia. How tall was it? This is a multiple choice. Was it 31 meters, 33 meters, or 37 meters?
Oh, you fighter. That's an
That's
eye
a
cake,
very
isn't
big
it?
cake.
Yeah, it is. Where would you get like that scraper to like make it smooth?
Plasterers. We've had a plaster on.
The side of a building. Just scrape it around the side of a building.
Can you tell me the girth?
It's got to be a big one, isn't it? Not got a mould for that, have you?
No.
Okay.
Was it 31, 33 or 37?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I haven't really. I've just put the information. I'm going to put it into a question form. Name a famous sportsman who is celiac. Oh, you like raised your
Sports?
eyebrows then, like you might know it. Oh. Do you need a clue?
Yeah, can we narrow down the sport?
See, I was going to say bulls, but there's bulls in a lot of sport.
A lot of balls in this podcast episode as well.
Yellow balls. There you go. There's your clue.
Yellow.
Yellow balls.
Oh, he's a tennis player. Unless they play in snow at football.
Or they just like to be jaunty on the golf course. I'm playing with a pink ball today, lads.
Oh, I nearly showed you the answer then.
Okay.
You done?
Yeah.
Okay. What number are we on? 4.
Question number 4.
Worldwide celiac disease affects how many people? Is it? Oh, no.
Oh.
No, you have to wait. Is it 1 in 100, 1 in 1,000, or 1 in 10,000?
Oh, fuck. Now my mask.
Yeah, so
Oh,
you've got
that's
to
right.
switch all that info we spoke about earlier around.
Still the same. She can see my answers. She's like, Tom's fucked it.
Last one then, number 5. Is it scone or scone? And what goes on first, jam or cream?
Oh.
See, I've given you.
Shouldn't
Right,
be a
I'm
debate
writing it down,
anymore.
even though it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's a good one because actually there's no right or wrong.
There is no right or wrong.
There is a right answer.
There is a right answer.
It's the wrong
100%.
answer, though.
It's not.
Mine's right, 100%. I'm not taking any.
We can see if we agree.
I actually,
We agree to disagree.
I eat it opposite.
Fucking weird.
What do you mean you eat it up?
Why could be awkward?
We'll discuss the answers and then.
Okay,
and
right then.
He eats the
Let's
jam
go
off a
do
spoon
the
and takes a
answers.
bite and it's fine.
Mixes it up in there.
I do kamikaze.
Spoon, cream, scone.
You go posh like a deconstructed scone.
No.
Sultana's on the side.
Just he's like a pig from Peter Rabbit.
Good questions. Good questions. I think I've got them all right.
I think I've got at least one right.
Okay. In a supermarket, you will find a Jaffa cake on the cake aisle.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah.
Told you.
1-0. Okay. What was number 2?
The height. Of the
Okay,
cake.
yeah, the tallest cake ever made, 33 meters.
Yeah, 1-1 equal.
All.
It's all
What's the
equal.
next one?
Tennis player. That's seeing
Tennis
it.
player Novak Djokovic.
Is he? What did
Yeah.
you put?
Nadal.
I put Rafa. Yeah, I put Rafa as well.
Is that what you thought?
No.
Oh.
Do you know why I put Rafa?
You look very confident over there. You were like, oh.
I'm good at that.
Best player ever.
I put Rafa because he's always eating a banana, and you never see him eating gels or like tiffin or whatever. Like,
You've watched him closely.
I like tennis.
How many tennis players eat tiffin?
I don't know, like snacks.
Screw you,
I love-
strawberries and cream. I want a pasta tipping, mate.
I'll have my Lucasade.
I tell you what,
It's
they
wrong
all
anyway,
need.
though. Djokovic
They all
is-
need my superfood bars.
Yeah, they do. You should
What
send
they
them to
need.
Wimbledon.
Yeah.
Yeah. How can we
Official
do that?
supply. Just send them.
I think you're getting like the vibe here that I'm all right making the cake, the business side. Right, number
Special
4.
delivery for Novak Djokovic.
Yeah, but he's quit now, hasn't he?
Are you? Have you ever seen that episode of
Andy
Father
Murray,
Ted? where
Andy
he's-
Murray, the delivery driver, yeah.
That was Shrek.
Yeah, but he's looking for a job.
He was
Andy
looking for a
Murray.
job.
Have you seen that episode of Father Ted where what's her name? Oh, Mrs. Dougal.
Mrs. No,
Anyway.
no, it's Father Dougal.
Father Dougal.
What's the Mrs.
Down,
called?
Mrs. Down.
Anyway, she goes in. She's
Down.
like, "Won't you have a slice of cake?" He's like, "Oh no. Won't you have a? It's got cocaine in it."
And then-
No, I mean raisins. Oh, it goes every time.
It's funny how he's laughing at himself, isn't it?
There's another one as well where the other guest
He
bickering.
does this right. He comes in, tells a one-liner, tells a joke, and then pisses himself, and everyone's standing around going,
There's another one where they get a guest vicar in, right? A visiting vicar. And he likes cakes and jumpers, right? She goes, "I've made you a cake. It's a jumper cake." And she dives in the cake and unscrunches a massive jumper and she's baked the cake. Oh, it's not as good as the cocaine one, but it's still hilarious. I must watch Father Ted back.
Look how excited he is. His glasses are gleaming up.
Those cakes are really far away. These cakes.
Oh, this is going to take me hours.
"It's like God."
Oh.
That's another business idea. Illegal cakes. Cocaine, cannabis.
Illegal games.
You could never do a hemp cake.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you want to try it? Should we
sorry.
do some? They'll never know.
In years gone by, I have dabbled in things like this.
Right. Number 4. Worldwide celiac disease affects 1 in 100.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so fast. To be fair, I forgot which ones were. I just picked the last one.
What was the last one?
The
the
debate.
way that-
Oh, yeah, the
scone
scone. So go on then.
It's a scone, and it's cream and then jam. And I'm not taking
Yeah.
no for an
Scone,
answer.
Yeah.
cream and jam. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with you on
Yeah.
that.
Fucking 100%.
Cream then jam.
Yeah.
I wrote jam then cream.
Yeah, you're wrong.
And I also put scone.
And then the jam's easier to spread on top
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
more spreadable.
Yeah.
No, that's what I like it. Sorry, the cream on the bottom and the jam on the
yeah.
top.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Yeah.
I've written the wrong thing. That's what I like. I've written the wrong thing. That's what I like. Because I like the
He's
sweetness.
backed out.
I'll
there.
tell you why.
He's
He
backed
just wants
it.
the point.
He just wants the point.
Oh, I'm winning anyway.
Well, you
I like
were.
the,
You were until then.
I like the sweetness of the jam and the creaminess,
Yeah.
and I want that first. When I put it on, I put the cream on and the jam because I like the sweetness of the cream, the sweetness of the jam, and the creaminess of the cream. That's the way I eat
That
it.
makes no sense.
That's just exactly how you eat it. Why is it wrong?
Yeah, because your taste buds are on your tongue,
Yeah,
not
but
on the
it's
roof
when
of
you
your
bite
mouth.
into it and it goes.
Look, I look.
It's been great to have you on. Thanks for coming.
This is an interesting story, similar to. Well, it's not an interesting story, but I'm going to tell you it. There was a guy I met in Australia, right? And I bumped into him in Thailand. He was like, "Oh, I'm missing Thailand, missing Australia." I was like, "Yeah, mate, I've got this Vegemite thing. I had like a tube of Vegemite
But
just to have some because I get bitten. I got vitamin B12, which is what Vegemite's got. Yeah, mate, you have this." And he's, "Oh, great." And they told me this story about his dad eating Vegemite and how when he eats it, he turns the toast upside down so it hits his tongue straight away. He's like, "I want the full effect of the Vegemite." There you go.
that's what you're going to do next time you eat a scone.
Like that.
Yeah.
Kamikaze!
All on his lap.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm going to do a pizza next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not stupid. It's not stupid. It's a bit daft, but it's not stupid.
Could be messy, but it's cool.
Very messy. All fall on your
So is
lap.
that a draw then? I mean, actually, I wrote the wrong thing, so, but it's
I've
wrong.
sure
given
you
Lee
did.
the point.
You've given Lee. Oh, on that
Yeah, on that
question.
one.
Right. Yeah. So it's a draw.
So we're
Yes.
we're both crap still.
So where are we at? Well, I don't know where we're at. So
What's
I've
the
got
prize at the end? Like
I don't think there is one.
the glory?
Ash
hash brown.
Ash brown.
This is the only reason I got her here. My daughter.
Ash brown.
Hash brown.
We've
And you
failed.
said to me,
We'll cook some. We'll cook some.
and you said,
The fry will be clean.
here's the breakfast menu. You get breakfast
Yeah,
included.
but you were coming on a Tuesday originally.
Well, still a kitchen downstairs. What kind of chef are you?
We can have a free breakfast next time you come. Next time we deliver.
Yes! News just in from editor. Well, he barely edits. Producer Adam.
There'll be
I'm
lots
winning
to
by
edit
how many?
today.
It's 12-9.
12? What?
Woo!
Is it really? 12 points
Who's
to 9.
got 12?
Tom.
I'm shocked by that.
But just to give you an example of how crap they are.
Well, it's over 12 episodes now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this is over 12 episodes. There was 2 episodes where they got nothing right. I've just got no one next to each question.
No one.
Well, they were Steve's questions, weren't they? So.
Oh, yeah, Steve's are terrible.
What were they about?
70s prog rock.
Psychedelic.
Thanks for listening.
I didn't listen to that one.
That's hilarious, that one.
Fucking joke.
Hilarious.
Yeah. So there we
Well,
go.
there we go. Thank you very much for
thank
coming
you.
along.
You're
I think it's been an
welcome.
absolute pleasure, and I'm glad that you now can go home with some Father Ted quotes.
Oh, me too.
Let's call it a day. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm sorry for my.
What did you say?
My-
What did I say?
I
The last thing.
I tried.
Don't mention the cock.
Tried, and I just couldn't. help it.
But I didn't realise that like she took the head off her daughter's doll.
She must.
Hey.
Emily must be mortified.
Anything for a sale, though. Eh? You know
Out
what I
for
mean?
a sale, yeah. You gotta-
Out for a sale.
yeah, what? Absolutely. I mean,
Out for a
you know,
sale.
times are tough at some points. You know, we've got to do rip heads off dolls and
Yeah.
shove them in a cake fanny.
Don't know what else to say.
Yeah, no, I'm
Don't know
going
what
to
else
say
to say.
today. I'm sorry for losing my shit in there with the with my laughter. But Father Ted's just hilarious.
Oh, Ted is funny. It's
He's
funny.
just those sheep are very far away. I'm starting again. No, don't let me do it. Right, one final thing. You must like, share, review. Please, please, just stop what you're doing now and leave a review. Right, stop, switch it off.
We can see you.
Stop, switch it off, go and leave a review or a comment in the YouTube. If you're the YouTube generation, leave a review or a comment, okay? Now, go and do it now. Have you done it?
They've gone. They're not. Can't.
Well,
They've gone.
We'll
They
cut
can't-
back.
they can't
They'll
hear you.
press and play again, so they'll hear this.
Oh, so they pause
Yeah,
it.
yeah, they
Oh, I
paused
thought
it.
was
Yeah,
leaving
hopefully
it.
they'll post it,
That's
or it just
fucking
auto plays
idiots
when they
if they're
come
not.
back. When you're back, have you left a review? Right. Thank you very much. If you haven't, I'm not going to make any more of these. It'll just be Lee.
Also, we've got an email.
Right. Oh, yeah. And Adam has kindly said
There we
that he
go.
will monitor our email address. So we've got an email address now where you can send any questions or any topics that you might like us to cover or anything else. It's what's the story #glory@gmail.com. We gave all of our marketing preferences to Google. So if you, anything really, well, give us an idea what they might send, Lee. Any heckles?
Don't send nudes.
Nudes, totally nude nudes.
Don't send nudes.
Links to nudes?
Say, why does Tom's hair look like a kiwi? Send that. What? Anything you want. Anything you want.
If you want to actually
We'll
really
answer
know what
anything.
Adam looks like.
Or draw pictures of Adam and send them
Oh,
in.
yes! I love that idea. Yes! Right. The best person gets a free bunch at Rustic Kitchen, okay?
100%.
So you've got to send us your pictures of what you think Adam looks like.
Yeah.
Without looking him up on LinkedIn.
And also, colour it in.
Yeah.
Colours are crucial.
Yeah. Remember, pointy. What was he wearing? Pink blouse, high heels. You go with it. You go with the
Curly,
flow.
Pink hair.
That's a good idea. I love that. Ideas guy. Okay. Well, I think on that note, we'll see you next time, right?